Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Today we are talking Guilty Gear Strive. Specifically, we are talking about a developer interview held over at 4gamer.net because I feel there's some interesting things said in this interview about the future of the game Guilty Gear Strive. So I will have a link to the interview in full in the video description if you want to check that out. Although fair warning, it is a Japanese language only interview, so bust out those translation bots. But that said here, let's get to some of the interesting things that were said in the interview. Now, one of the first things mentioned in the interview is kind of a reaffirmation of something we've known about before, that Guilty Gear Strive, specifically of the franchise games, is targeted at more of a overseas/Western audience, and it's definitely worked to their advantage in that way because Guilty Gear Strive is the highest selling Guilty Gear of all time, and by a lot. The only game in the series to break over 1 million sales, right? And one of the things that was brought up in the interview specifically was the DLC release strategy. Specifically, as you may recall, Goldlewis being the first DLC character. And one of the things that was said here, and this is going to be an exact quote, if you increase the number of cute anime characters that are popular with Japanese people, it will naturally give the impression of it being that kind of game. So basically what they're dancing around is they wanted someone very decidedly not anime to be the first character. So the fact that Goldlewis is also present in the story, they figured that was a good fit. Now obviously we're definitely got the anime characters over time, especially Bridget being the most recent DLC. But part of their focus for marketing advertising is they wanted to appeal to a more Western style of audience. And we'll get more to that later on. Next in the interview, they speak to the fact that for Evo 2022, there was not a single Japanese player in the top 8 of Guilty Gear Strive. Now, the interview, honestly, it almost makes it sound like they're making up excuses, saying, oh, there wasn't that many Japanese people there, and there also isn't an arcade version of the game, as for reasons why there was no Japanese player in the top 8 of Evo. One thing they were bringing up, though, is that they're quite surprised just how young the general scene is. Stating directly as well, having young players play an active role will motivate newcomers, and I hope a good cycle will be born. I'm assuming meaning that more young people bring in even more people that aren't scared, because it's not all dominated by old 30 and 40-year-olds, right? Now, going back to that anime versus not anime thing here. So Bridget, speaking about the release of Bridget, the most recent character for Guilty Gear Strive, says, originally, we were trying to increase sales for the game overseas, and that worked very well, but it was the fact that domestic sales were sluggish. Domestic sales meaning specifically sales within Japan itself versus everywhere else in the world. And without providing any real specific numbers here, they're basically happy with how things are going in Japan now with the release of Bridget. Stating Bridget specifically that everyone's been waiting so long for Bridget to come back to the game. And on the Bridget note, because Bridget is the herald of Season 2, talking about Season 2 and further potential characters who would be in the game, 4gamer asked questions. There's 4 additional characters in Season 2, including Bridget, but there seems that many people are expecting Asuka, who has an important position in the story. They would like them to participate in the game, be a playable character, and to that, Arc System Works simply says, please look forward to it, and laughs. So basically, they're not opening their mouth for nothing on that. We do have 3 more characters left. One of them is going to be in this year, 2022, might even be this month, who knows. But yeah, so as for who it could be, though, it's a mystery. They're trying to be a little mysterious, not really give anything away just yet. Speaking further about Season 2 just in general, it's all about refining the game. The goal of Season 2 is to create an environment that makes it easier for people who are already currently playing and for people who want to play the game that are new. Guilty Gear Strive is the first ever million seller in the franchise's history, and not only that, the first ever million seller in Arc System Works history that of games they themselves have created. So not mercenary work for other companies like, say, Dragon Ball FighterZ. For them, internally, of the stuff they own, Guilty Gear Strive is their only million-selling plus game. And with that success going on in the future, they make it very clear in this interview that the game is nowhere near done. Like, we will do Season 2, and there will be a lot more life into the game into the future just yet. Don't you worry about that. At bare minimum, based on the wording, just take this as effectively Season 3 is already confirmed. In the interview, there are some notes about the upcoming crossplay beta tests. This interview was conducted before the most recent announcement of a delay, so FYI, if you're not aware, it has been delayed again till about mid-October, which is fine, because, you don't want to be anywhere near the Street Fighter 6 beta, because you'll get destroyed in the news cycle, right? So sometime after the Street Fighter 6 beta is when the crossplay beta for Strive will go live. One note on crossplay though, they are aware that fact, it is potential that you can have people who cheat on the PC version because that's the way life is, right? And they say basically they're open to looking at how everything will kind of play out and adapt countermeasures where needed for any potential cheating. And basically ending off with, hey, we're making more Season 2 content. Look forward to the new characters, new stages, all that kind of stuff. Look forward to the cross-platform play. And in case you're unaware, because the news dropped during a lot of Street Fighter news, which kind of overshadowed it. But yes, Guilty Gear Strive is indeed coming to the Xbox Series consoles. And when the crossplay beta is done, I'm assuming hopefully Xbox will be thrown into the pool of PlayStation and PC for crossplay. So we have a whole new system coming, and therefore a lot new amount of players that'll be coming into the Guilty Gear ecosystem. So potential Xbox players, welcome to Guilty Gear Strive. It's a pretty cool game. And that's about the long and short of it for the more interesting bits of the interview. Once again, you find the full interview in the video description, and very interesting times ahead for Guilty Gear Strive. So we have the new character coming whenever they're going to come. We have the crossplay beta coming. We also have Guilty Gear Xrd series, also have rollback. I know that's not Strive specifically, but still, that's very good for the franchise as a whole. The Xbox console series gets to join the fun with the franchise. That's also good. Just Guilty Gear Strive made a very big splash. Once again, it's the only game in the company's history to move over 1 million units, so obviously it's doing something right. And hopefully in the future, just more better things are coming as well. And I'm here for all of it because it's a pretty dang good game. Anyways, my friends, though, that's it. For now, that's the interview, and whenever we have more news, I'll cover it at the time, but for now, we're at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching, hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.